All Yiggity, and we are back. And unfortunately, we got another one, y'all. Tasia, rest in peace to Tasia. We got another one. Miss Tasia Fortune was unfortunately found in an uncompromising position in Mississippi. I'm just watching my words right here for the first few minutes of the stream because you know how them folks be. But man, we're gonna have to talk about it, man. The people is demanding answers in the same state where Nolan Wells unfortunately happened, and a whole bunch of other brothers and sisters. And unfortunately, they're gonna be investigated and seen by the same people that we're trying to get justice for right now. So I'm gonna play a couple of these news clips to put you up to speed. But of course, you know the people got a lot to say. I'm Jay Lava. I scour the internet so you don't have to. So let's just get on into it.
City councilman is calling for a federal investigation after a woman was found hanging from a tree behind a vacant home. Councilman Kenneth Stokes says he has asked the U.S. Attorney's Office for help as local authorities continue their investigation. A law enforcement identified the woman as 29-year-old Tasia Fortune. Her body was found hanging from a tree in the backyard of a vacant home on Road of Remembrance. Authorities have not said whether her death is being investigated as a homicide. Stokes says that he has been speaking with people in the area to learn more about Fortune, but claims that many residents have been reluctant to talk. He also says that he plans to meet with Jackson's fire chief after learning the fire department used a ladder truck to remove Fortune's body from the tree.
I'm concerned about a hanging that took place in Jackson, Mississippi. Hanging is an activity, a crime that should never be an issue of being accepted by the public. Hanging must never be an acceptable behavior. Where you talking about someone white hanging somebody black, hanging somebody white, or somebody black hanging somebody black. It's wrong. It's bad. We sent a letter to the U.S. Attorney's Office asking for help to make sure we catch and convict the person or persons involved with hanging a young lady in Jackson, Mississippi off of Road of Remembrance.
The Jackson Police Department has not released a cause or manner of death and says that the investigation into Fortune's death remains ongoing.
Yeah, they better say ongoing, and they don't expect no foul play because we on their tail. There's another news clip that covered it from another angle. We're going to go through that, and then we're going to go straight to the peoples. Y'all get them likes up and subscribe.
A young woman found hanging from a tree in the backyard of a vacant house in West Jackson has been identified as Tasia Fortune. The coroner says the 29-year-old woman had been suspended from the tree 3 to 4 days before someone discovered the remains Monday night. According to City Councilman Kenneth Stokes, the Jackson Fire Department had to use a ladder truck to remove Fortune's body from the tree.
That means she was high in the air. What kind of inhumane person will hang somebody in that manner? Everywhere you go, they talking about that hanging. I don't care where you go, to the grocery store, to get something to eat, people talking about that hanging.
The Jackson Police Department hasn't been talking about its investigation of the hanging other than a late Monday night social media post. JPD has been so tight-lipped, they haven't even sent out a press release.
Once upon a time, a press release would have come out quickly because of the sensitive nature of hangings in Mississippi.
A young woman found hanging from a tree in the backyard of a vacant house in West Jackson has been identified as Tasia Fortune. The coroner says
Tasia Fortune. She was 29 years old. Her body was found behind a vacant house, hanging from a tree in Jackson, Mississippi. Her family is in Kentucky and they want answers. The coroner has Tasia's body. No, we don't have any answers just yet. But it looks like the Jackson councilmen have asked the FBI to step in. They're saying crime scene investigators are working to determine the circumstances surrounding her unalive. They're asking the public to avoid the area. They will provide details when they have them. But if anybody has any information, please call the department or Crime Stoppers. I told y'all they was going to take this one seriously. Too many black people have been hung in Mississippi and ruled a suicide. They can't do that right now. Nolan Wells will not allow them to. It's pressure. And it's becoming way too fucking frequent. A baby that was found behind the church. A girl in Miami that was found in the park. A young man found at a goddamn festival. Oh, I don't have the names because I'm going off the dome right now. This feels like purpose. It feels like a message. It seems like black people are the only ones understanding and getting it.
I believe there's a curse in Mississippi. I do. Maybe it's just how my timeline is, but every time I scroll, it's a black kid in Mississippi getting hung, and they always link it back to unaliving, self-deletion. There's at least 8 cases right now, 4 of which I didn't even know about existed until today. The cover Trey Reed. We talking about Nolan Wells. I think the Nolan Wells case is going to bust open all of the other ones because they got forgotten. But this shit is scary. For the folks that live out there, how did you survive this long? How did you do it this long? You know what I'm saying? Without coming into these type of situations. Now, granted, I know that everybody in Mississippi is not horrible people, right? But the fact that I just seen a string of them, it's like, damn, what the hell is, like, what am I missing? There was two teams that drowned out there. Then there's this woman by Miss Fortune, that was her last name. She just got found. And then there's another brother named Rasheem. I can't remember his last name, Rasheem. He was found hung. It's like, what the hell is going on out here? I really think that y'all got a lot of dark shit going on out there. And this case with Nolan Wells is putting a big ass light on it.
Yeah.
Like, am I wrong? Am I tripping to think that they might really have a dark cloud over them?
No.
I really believe there's a curse.
No, he's not tripping. He's spitting. Is what he doing. I'm talking about the messages everywhere, though. Brothers and sisters alike is on accord.
What I notice about all of this is that we haven't found any Asian people hanging from trees.
Right.
We haven't seen any white people being found hanging in trees.
Right.
We haven't seen any Latino people hanging in trees.
Exactly.
The only people we are finding hanging in trees are black people. What I also find funny about all this is that I never see black people playing in trees. Ever. I don't ever see black people walking around with any rope, by the way. I don't ever see black people climbing on ladders around trees. It's just so interesting that suddenly everyone is being found hanging from trees. 29-year-old Tasia Fortune was found hanging from a tree. Her family is already saying they don't think that this would ever be a suicide.
Why would it?
The very medical examiner who's under scrutiny right now because of the Nolan Wells case is going to be the one handling her case. Because it's in the exact same state. Same state as Trey Reed as well. And so many more mysterious black deaths that have happened in that same state. Seems like there's a big pattern going on in Mississippi, y'all.
For real. On God. Just for real. Straight up. Hey, everybody's talking the same thing.
Strolling through these social media streets,
Yeah,
and see that yet another young lady have been found hanging from a tree.
Come on.
And none other Mississippi. What? This is so sad. Look how beautiful this young lady was.
Yeah.
Whatever it was that she was going through, I don't care if she was on any kind of drugs or any of that people trying to allude to and you know, pretty much say she was on drugs and had mental health issues. Baby, listen. How many times we gonna tell y'all black people do not sit around and hang themselves? We just don't do it. They are looking into it, trying to see if it's foul play. We know it's foul play. Come on now. She was so far up the darn gone tree, they had to use a ladder to cut her down. Let that sink in. Ain't nobody climbing up no tree to fall down. But oh my. Then I'm going through some of the posts that have already been made, and I seen this comment right here. Take a look at this comment. So, Miss Ma'am, you telling me that because white people don't come to that area, that a white cop wouldn't roll up over there? Why? That's exactly why this would be the perfect crime.
Right.
The perfect spot behind an abandoned home where nobody couldn't find her. You telling me that she would have did this herself? And went somewhere where she might not ever be found, behind an abandoned house, or maybe what people was putting out there in the streets. I've also seen that maybe somebody black done it and they trying to blame it on the KKK. Come on now, god damn. I am pissed the hell off. You know, I'm gonna leave it right there. They have her body. We just praying that she don't go to Stacey Turner. You know, they said they doing investigation and reports and things should come out soon. I know some people have already requested for the records. So hopefully we'll get eyes on what's going on with her. Some people were saying they looking into the baby daddy with some custody stuff going on with the kids. It's just been already so many allegations. But I just want to say, I hope she get justice.
Yeah.
Rest in peace, baby girl.
Yeah.
And people in Mississippi, y'all please be careful. Please tread lightly and watch your damn back and watch your kids. Because it is some hateful, racist ass people out here in this world. Not only in Mississippi, just around the world in general.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all I'm going to say.
Hey, she cooked. Oh yeah, she cooked. Right. You can tell. That's why, if y'all new here, that's why I let them rock out in my chat. Because you wouldn't believe the kind of people out here if you wouldn't see them in the chat. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I let them rock out. Brothers and sisters alike, man, got a message across the board about what's going on. And man, I'm just, hey, we got to let them speak.
Tasia Fortune, 29 years old. Black woman found hanging from a tree, Jackson, Mississippi. In the most oddest times. The oddest times. A black woman found hanging from a tree in Jackson, Mississippi. 29 years old. That's like the 5th black person this year. 5th. Kyle Bassinger, 21, was found February 2026.
Come on, man.
Hanging from a tree. Down here in Georgia, Cobb County to be exact. Juliana Nissa found hanging from a tree, Charlotte, North Carolina, May the 8th, 2026. This year. Tonell Miller, only 27, found hanging from a tree in Miami, Florida. Come on. Gerard Jackson, found hanging from a tree in Michigan. This year, June the 29th to be exact. Like, what the fuck is going on? Let's not forget about Trey Reed, who was found hanging from a tree last September, to be exact. On some real shit though, I just find it odd that, you know, so many of our people are being found hung from trees. It's kind of scary. It's actually kind of scary. I get people hurt themselves, but hanging themselves, lynching themselves, I don't see it happening. I just don't see it happening. Y'all can believe what y'all want to believe. Me personally, I don't see that being a way that a black person would want to take themselves out.
Just not.
I just don't see it. And I'm tired of just, motherfuckers not doing their job. It's easier for a motherfucker to accept suicide when they ain't got to do no work. Oh, it's suicide. We ain't got to do no investigation. We ain't got to do nothing. It's a suicide. Something's going on and it's not cool. It's too many of our people being found hung from trees. Too many. I didn't think there was a high demand for rope. And if it is, we ain't buying it. We ain't buying it. Right now, they ain't trying to give too many details on what happened to Tasia Fortune. However, she was found hanging from a tree, and from the sources, she couldn't have put herself there. Tasia Fortune.
Look, they just think they just finna pull the wool over the eyes, though. like we just finna just run. It's the question is why, man? Just be better people, man. Just do better. This is crazy.
On Monday of this week, Tasia Fortune was found hanging from a tree in Jackson, Mississippi. And since the year 2000, the Crimson Record has identified over 70 suspected modern-day lynchings across 7 states, majority of those lynchings happening in Mississippi.
Damn. What did she say?
On Monday of this week, Tasia Fortune was found hanging from a tree in Jackson, Mississippi. And since the year 2000, the Crimson Record has identified over 70 suspected modern-day lynchings across 7 states, majority of those lynchings happening in Mississippi. My dad grew up in Mississippi. He said that they always say that it's a suicide because the moment a death is ruled a suicide, it's no longer investigated as a homicide.
Did he say the same thing? Y'all might not have liked what he said, but are these brothers and sisters on the same accord or what? See, that's what I'll be saying. The message might not come how you think it should come, but the message is the message.
The moment a death is ruled a suicide, it's no longer investigated as a homicide. Just like with Trey Reed, just like with Denoris Richardson, just like with Trevante Schubert-Helton. All of their deaths found hanging from a tree in the South, and all 3 deaths were ruled a suicide. Tasia Fortune was 29, and she was found hanging from a tree on Monday. What do you think her death will be ruled as?
That's crazy. Listen, so if we speaking in terms of why this is happening, my man say racism is their personality.
Racism is their culture. Racism is their character trait. Oh, they're not lying to you when they say they feel like they're being attacked and they're being targeted and their culture is being stripped away. They're talking about racism. You receiving civil rights is an infringement on their culture. You speaking up for yourself, you not accepting the abuse, you not letting them call you the N-word, is literally they feel oppressed because their culture is racism. They literally feel disrespect with you doing well in your life, whether you are a black person, whether you're an immigrant or anybody else. And they don't like to talk about history because then they have to admit that they had a head start in a country that was supposed to be built for them. And they still are not successful.
Wow. Wow, that escalated quickly, didn't it? Lost a few people that didn't want to hear that message. They dropped off when he was spitting them jewels. Woo! Woo! When he was spitting them jewels. Go ahead, crank it up for him, brother.
This is why they like to highlight Irish and Italian history, saying that white folks were slaves too, not knowing that servitude and slavery is 2 different things.
Blue, thanks
but to
for
be
the
honest,
jewels.
most of them are not Italian or Irish. They just like the oppression aspect of it. Understand, they take credit for everything else, but never racism, right? They don't feel like it's racism because it's their culture. It's not, it's fun for them. This is their fun. People who lack humanity find humor in inhumane things. Why do you think they're so surprised whenever you call out racism? What do you mean? I'm not being racist. I just dislike blacks. They somehow always apply things that apply to everybody, like criminality, to just one specific group. Because white criminality doesn't matter for them. Racism is their culture.
Ooh. Ew. Did that hit a nerve? Did I hit a nerve, y'all? Was he saying too much for you? Ooh. Ooh, wee. You know I got to break you down a little bit. You know I got to give you the beeswax a little bit. Huh? Gotta give you the beeswax just a tad. You know I always put a couple petty videos to the side just for you. You like that, huh? You like that? Yeah. How that feel? Broke you all the way down, huh? Gosh. Why y'all don't like hearing the truth though? Boy, them numbers went down by them numbers went down a little bit. They don't like that. It's cool. It's cool. Hey, it don't matter to me. The people that want to be here is the people that need to be here. I don't care about the fluff. The numbers don't mean nothing. Whatever. All the people that's still here, go ahead and follow your boy. Go ahead and smash that like, because this is how I do it. I don't care about what they talk about. This channel ain't for them. Okay? All right? Matter of fact, here, I'll smooth it over a little bit. I'll let your people talk about it for a little while. You know they like when they people talk about it.
Sam here with a video about Tasia Fortune, the woman who was found unalive behind an abandoned house in Mississippi. Mississippi, you're kind of having problems. You're having issues. There is a national epidemic, and black people are being hunted right now in Mississippi. This is not an overstatement at all, and we need answers right away. People were talking about how there are flock cameras everywhere, and there was no way that nobody didn't see what happened to this woman, and we need answers. In Mississippi, we are not going to let off you at all. You now have all of our eyes watching you. And this is not like in the good old days where y'all could get away with this stuff. We have cameras. We have people online who will all talk about this. Yep. And we will expose your so-called, we don't see no color or racism. Yeah. Right. Well, we do. And we see it loud and clear. No justice, no peace. We need answers right now. So the authorities down there also, mind you, this is the same medical examiner, Stacey Turner, allegedly, who has done a crap job at determining black deaths in the correct way. All right. And this is just history. We can look at her work and we can see what she has been doing, and we need to make some changes right away. Ask yourself, what is going on in Mississippi? And Mississippi, if you're so willing to be transparent and let us know that there's no racism down there, okay, then you need to answer for this, and we need a full investigation into what happened to this poor woman. There has been a number of these crimes happening, and it is not a coincidence. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Let's keep speaking up about this.
Straight up. See, that's why that's why I mess with Sam, man. Sam say it how it is. You know what I'm saying? Sam be spitting it how it go, right? Matt, listen, it's not just Sam. Y'all say I might play Sam a lot. I'll be getting the randoms. Shout out to Why Is That Racist, right? I don't think I've ever featured her before, but she has something very interesting to say.
I have been gutted by the news of Tasia Fortune, the young woman who was finally identified, who was lynched, who was murdered in Mississippi. Her family's approved GoFundMe is the links in my bio. Please go donate. And the thing is, I'm seeing a lot of white people in comments. I know how much most white Americans don't know about our history. Right. But lynching never ended in this country.
Man, haven't I keep saying this? Haven't I kept, oh, you're just race baiting. Oh, you're just stoking the flames. I've been saying that the thirst for that act, the thirst for that blood, the thirst for them folks has not gone away. Go ahead and tell them, baby. Tell them, baby. Tell them what it is.
You're just now seeing it. And I want to advise you to not blame it on a particular politician or a party or an election. The lifeblood of this country is anti-Black hatred and violence. And I would like to read you a quote that the playwright and activist Jean Genet, he said that he observed this in 1970 when he was visiting from Paris. He was working with the Black Panthers. And this is what he observed about our country. What I did not yet know so intensely was the hatred of the white American for the Black. A hatred so deep that I wonder if every white man in this country, when he plants a tree, doesn't see Negroes hanging from its branches. This is a white problem to solve. It is people like you and me through decades of apathy, indifference, silence, and willful ignorance that brought us here. Yes, Mississippi, goddamn, is the top of the list in lynchings historically. But this is not just a Mississippi problem. That's another thing. It's not just a South problem.
Right.
And I see a lot of people, white people too, kind of giving up hope like this is, what are we going to do? Okay, here's what you do. You donate to Tasia Fortune's family. You keep amplifying Nolan Wells' name. You go to the change.org petition and demand that the Mississippi State Medical Examiner, Stacy fucking whatever the fuck her name is, gets thrown out of there. Okay? There's a lot of things you can do. This is our problem to solve. Racism and anti-Black violence, lynchings do not exist without us. Okay?
Man, that was powerful.
Also go see it.
That was powerful. Woo! I think that deserves to be said again. Say that, girl.
You can do. This is our problem to solve. Racism and anti-Black violence, lynchings do not exist without us. Okay? Also go see a carousel I posted yesterday, 2 days ago, called Mississippi Goddamn. If you'd like some historical context to lynchings in this country that never went away, and to the history of Mississippi in particular, which has never given Black families the justice they so richly deserve. It's on us, okay? Okay.
Man, that was powerful. That was powerful. See, it'd be interesting. See, sometimes y'all got to listen from the other side to see what the other people is saying, right? You know what I'm saying? Just, you know what I'm saying? Just to see what the temperature is. You know what I'm saying? How they talking on the other side. You know what I'm saying? How shaking bacon on the other side. It get real. Hold on, I got some more for you. Wait a minute. It's not a one-off. I think this is important that we hear these things. Hold on. This is important.
It's hard to think about anything but Tasia Fortune this week. Beautiful 29-year-old Black woman found hanging from a tree behind a vacant home in Jackson, Mississippi. She was lynched before anyone even tries to call this a suicide.
Dang, they just right out the backs. They know they people. Don't try to cut the crap. Cut the crap, man. It was a lynching, straight up and down, okay? She came right out the box.
It's hard to think about anything but Tasia Fortune this week. Beautiful 29-year-old Black woman found hanging from a tree behind a vacant home in Jackson, Mississippi. She was lynched before anyone even tries to call this a suicide.
Come on now.
We know better. We've seen the story so many times.
Yeah.
We cannot accept that answer. Tasha, Gerard, Tania, Dominique, Jermaine, Robert, Trey, Kyle, Lennon, Juliana, all beautiful.
Man, shout out her for at least doing the work. God, I mean, how she know this and y'all don't know this? You little goofy dweeb dorks in the chat. How they be coming up with all of this and y'all don't know? Y'all kill me, boy. Y'all kill me. This mean it ain't no excuse for none of the stuff y'all be talking about. None of it.
Times. We cannot accept that answer. Tasha, Gerard, Tania, Dominique, Jermaine, Robert, Trey, Kyle, Lennon, Juliana, all beautiful Black lives under 30 who mattered, who deserve to be here, who deserve justice. We are living in a moment where something decades, even centuries old, is new again. where blatantly suspicious deaths of black people get waved off before they're even investigated. There have been more than 70 documented lynchings since 2000, and that's not counting the ones that quietly were filed away as suicide. We have never truly left this time behind. So to every white person who claims to love our black community, who respects humanity, who wants to see a way forward, this is the moment to rise up hard. Silence is complicity. No suspicious hanging should ever get closed without an independent review.
Exactly.
So for Tasia, her death needs to be fully investigated. And for everyone that follows, we need to revive a law that protects our black community. So here's where to start.
Yep. Black people need a hate crime bill. I agree, ma'am. I totally agree with you. See, she talking that talk right now. Now she put a little salt and pepper in that broil right there now.
Start for Tasha. Number one, call the Jackson Police Department. Demand they preserve all evidence, investigate fully without presuming suicide, coordinate with federal investigators, and keep the family informed. Number two, contact the FBI's Jackson Field Office. Demand a federal civil rights review and a full coordination with local investigation. Number three.
Uh-oh, looks like I know who the next Devils is about to be. I'll tell you that.
Jackson Field Office. Demand a federal civil rights review and a full coordination with local investigation. Number three, contact the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of Mississippi. Demand federal review of her death. Number four, contact the Hinds County DA. Demand a public commitment to prosecute if the evidence points to homicide or racial violence. Number five, pressure the mayor to guarantee a full independent investigation with federal involvement and to push for standards on how those hanging deaths get handled going forward. And just as critical, number six, email Mississippi Representative Kabir Karyem and demand that he reintroduce HB 1427, the Mississippi Anti-Lynching Act, which died in committee in January. It would mandate real investigative protocols, an independent prosecutor by default, statewide reporting evidence, preservation of that evidence, family access to forensic materials, and penalties for officials who fail to investigate. So, federal law already exists. The Emmett Till Anti-Lynching Act has allowed federal prosecution of hate crime conspiracies resulting in deaths since March 2022. Carries up to 30 years, but you cannot prosecute a lynching that was never investigated as a possible homicide in the first place. That's the fight. Investigate Tasha's death like it matters. Change the fucking law like Black Lives Matter. Nothing less is acceptable today.
Yeah, not only did she spit, but she came with some facts. She came with some receipts. You understand what I'm talking about? That's why I can't understand why you goofies over there don't be knowing what you're talking about. What's up, Jack? How you doing now? I see you in there, Willie Lynch. Who else we got? I seen a couple. Give a shout out to the members in the mods over there doing y'all jobs. I appreciate y'all so much. Yeah, but she cooking. She cooking. Hold on. I'm finna turn it up a notch. You know Gigi don't play. Gigi coming straight down the middle.
Because we know what this is. We know what this is. This ain't new. This ain't a damn mystery. This is, honey, this is what they did to us.
Yes.
This is what they still doing to us. And don't tell me not everything is about race.
Come on now.
Everything is about race when it's in Mississippi. Everything is about race when it's a tree, when it's a rope, when it's a black body. Hell. No foul play suspected. No foul play. Honey, are you cool? No foul play. A black woman is found in a tree in Mississippi so high up that the firefighters need a damn ladder.
Come on.
And you got the goddamn gall to say no foul play. You don't believe that?
What's wrong
We
with
don't
these
accept
folks?
that. We don't let you label our murders as mental health. We don't let you label our lynches as suicides. We don't let you label your terrorism as no foul play. Because I know the mega crowd watching. Don't come in my comments with that mental health is important mess. Not today. Not about this, not about a black woman in a goddamn tree in Mississippi so high that firefighters needed a ladder to get her out. I know what y'all really saying out there. Y'all saying she was black, she was in Mississippi. What did she expect? Y'all saying maybe she shouldn't have been there in the first place. Y'all are saying, let's wait for the facts. Let's wait for the facts. But the facts is she's dead in a tree in Mississippi. And the police already decided it wasn't a crime. Those are the facts. Those are the facts that tell us everything we need to know. Because we know what this is. We know what this is.
Yes, exact. Come on now, Gigi. Come on now. My girl Samara say it's a call to action.
It got to the point where we can't even laugh to stop from crying. I done halted most of my content because I don't even feel comfortable laughing and dancing and singing when these folks is in my home state just picking us like we just the cream of the crop and hanging folk from trees left and right. And I always stress to people, Mississippi is where I'm from. Where I'm from is I ain't never had no racist experience. But see, where I'm from, the people out there have an understanding. There's a level of respect in Laurel, Mississippi. Now, in these hick-ass towns, in these sundown towns, got to be where they hanging folk come from. Where I'm from in Laurel, Mississippi, we don't play that shit.
Right.
Ain't nobody out there killing and hanging and doing no stupid shit out there like that. See, shit getting real close to home, and I'm gonna need for Mississippi to stand up because we will burn that bitch down.
Folks ain't playing no more. Come on now. OG say we being hunted though.
We just lost Tasia Fortune, 29-year-old from Mississippi, unfortunately. This ain't gonna stop. There is a movement to eliminate as many people of color as possible. And the thing about it is, this ain't just happened. Okay, they was planning this even when Obama was in office. When we had all of the incidents back in 2012, 2013, 2014, 2015, you could easily go online and do research and understand you had certain groups that were arming themselves in case of a civil war. Well, we're at that time now under our current president's leadership.
Damn. OG.
Understand that he has empowered a certain group of people to become very vigilant and violent. What does that mean? That means anyone that looks like me, you have a target on your back, whether you realize it or not. Now, unfortunately, it seems that they are targeting young people of color with all these suspicious deaths. We understand that most blacks don't hang themselves.
Come on now.
Okay. So it also seems that the authorities are just, eliminating these deaths and just writing them off as suspicious.
I'm going to take it one step further. Hold on, y'all. I'm going to take it one step further. And I'm saying the authorities is involved because it seems like how they get you when you in them handcuffs and you can't do nothing. Just like them boys that was getting on the flight and found up in the mountains up in Georgia and all of these different cases. How do they get you? You comply. How can they move around undetected? They them folks. It's pretty straightforward to me. But I'm going to let them cook out.
So what does that mean? That means that if you are a person of color, you need to be aware that in today's time, you're being hunted. How to get rid of a race of people? you start to eliminate young people so that they can't produce any offspring. That's how you eliminate a race. So if you have young children, talk to them. Even older adults, you need to become very aware of your surroundings. And if you're going to be outside, which I don't know why at this point in time, we would want to be outside so much, especially with so much going on in our communities. We have black on black crimes.
Oh, nigga.
We have this thing with us and them, with black men and black women, causing a great divide.
Okay.
With who's paying this, who's paying 100, who's paying 50. We're not dating anymore. Meanwhile, our children are dying.
Okay.
So we need to really think about what's happening right now, because
I agree.
We are in the crosshairs of being eliminated.
Yeah.
So in your daily travels, if you have to be outside, especially at night, I would say have someone with you, have a few people with you that look like you. And always be suited and booted with one of these.
Now I can.
Or two of these, by any means necessary.
What?
Or several of these. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Go to the range, get your practice on. Because what you don't want to do is come across a situation where you have to protect yourself. You go into a flight or fight response and you freeze up, and you can lose your own life.
Right.
Possibly because you are in fear of using the weapon. You don't know how to use the weapon, and it's taken from you. Be safe out there, my people.
Yeah.
I wish I had 10, 20, 50 more brothers that thought exactly like I did, because we would roll out.
Oh, my bad.
Crow.
Hold on.
We're not going back. Okay. We're not going back to Jim Crow. Not on this watch. It's not going to happen. We're not going back to the 60s.
Yeah.
The 50s, the 40s. Not going to happen. We just...
Yeah. OG has spoken. What a valuable message. He said, keep your candy bar at all times. Oh, yeah. I'm Jay Live, and I approve this message. All day long. But not only we got the young talking about it. The young men in the community, man, speaking up on it.
Another innocent life taken. Her name is Tasia Fortune, 29 years old, black woman. She should be alive today.
Yep.
But somebody in Jackson, Mississippi murdered her and lynched her. Black people are not created to be a hashtag. Black people deserve to grow old. Black people deserve to live on this planet.
Yeah.
Black people deserve the rights.
Yeah.
Tasia Fortune should be alive. She should be alive right now.
Yeah.
She should be enjoying life right now. But her life was taken innocently. An investigation needs to happen immediately, and it needs to be a deep investigation, and they need to get down to the truth on who did it. We are already dealing with the Nolan Wells case and other cases that is going on right now. And now here's another one. And it happened in Mississippi, Jackson, Mississippi.
Yeah.
It happened in Mississippi again. If you are black and you live in Mississippi, I don't think Mississippi is the place that you need to be in, because apparently people in Mississippi do not like black people at all. And it keep happening in Mississippi. Not saying that it don't happen anywhere else. but it mostly happened in Mississippi. So if you black, you might want to consider moving to another state. Justice for Tasia Fortune. She should be alive right now. Praying for the family, praying for anybody connected to her.
Yeah.
I'm frustrated, y'all. I'm sick of it.
It's all good, brother.
Let's get justice for her.
Yeah.
Like we are doing for Nolan Wells and anybody else that has lost their lives.
Yeah.
To white people. Tasia Fortune.
Pretty straightforward message to me there, buddy. I mean, let the brother say what he had to say. I mean, OG had to speak. The young brothers out here saying it what it is. And sis is on core with the message as well.
Plane just touched down in St. Lucia, and I wanted to jump on here to remind you all that Black people do not hang themselves from trees.
Nope.
Do you hear me?
Yeah.
None of this is okay, and none of this is normal. A Black woman was found hanging on Monday night behind a vacant home in Mississippi. Guess who's going to be the medical examiner? The same one that investigated Trey Reed up at Delta State University that was found hanging. The same one that is on the investigation for Nolan Wells. Exactly. So let me tell you all something. We are being hunted, and we need to move as such. Okay? None of this is okay. If we wanted to find a way to get up off this spinning rock, it would not be through hanging ourselves from a tree. She was hung so high that they had to call in people to get her down. Do you all understand?
Yeah.
None of this is okay, and none of this is normal. Black people do not hang themselves from trees. And because we know this, we need to stop skipping past these headlines, okay? I don't want you all to become numb to this.
Right.
None of this is okay, and none of this is normal.
Straight up, straight like that. Straight like that. Oh no, the sisters is out here cooking. They letting it be known.
Are hanging our people, not committing suicide, not found deceased under undetermined circumstances, hanging from trees in Mississippi in 2026. Tasia Fortune was found hanging behind a vacant home in Jackson this week. Her death hasn't been ruled yet, but Mississippi already has a track record of rushing that ruling. Trey Reed was found hanging on Delta State's campus last September. The coroner called it self-done before a full autopsy was even complete. Here's what no one says aloud or doesn't want to admit. Black people do not choose hanging as a method of suicide at anywhere near the rate of other methods used. Study after study on suicide method selection shows it. And there's a reason that goes back to our roots. For generations, a rope and a tree was not a private act. It was a public terror done to us, not by us. It was Emmett Till's face. It was thousands of documented lynchings across the South, more in Mississippi than any other state in this country. That history lives in the body. It lives in the collective memory, which is exactly why when a Black person is found hanging, especially in a state with this specific history, the instinct in our community is not, he must have done this to himself. The instinct is somebody did this to him. And that instinct is not paranoia. It is inherited in knowledge. Mississippi's coroners, the people making these rulings, don't need a medical degree. A high school diploma and an election win is the bar. So when officials rushed to call this suicide within hours in a state that recorded 581 lynchings on record, in a climate where hate groups are documented to be growing bolder, we are allowed to ask the question our history taught us to ask. They are hanging our people, and they keep trying to call it something else.
Exactly. You understand? Look, but let's break it down. Let's break it just down to the nitty gritty though. Let's break it down to the nitty. Let's break it down to the nitty. I want y'all to look at this picture while it's being said. You understand what I'm saying? Let me just bust it down for y'all.
Black woman whose body was found hanging from a tree behind a vacant Jackson, Mississippi home is 29-year-old Tasia Fortune, or Tasia Fortune. The Hines County Coroner's Office confirmed on Thursday. Authorities have not said if they suspect foul play. I want you to keep the picture up, Jordan. We talked about this last time, this pattern that says either A, we don't suspect foul play, or there's no evidence of foul play, or not saying there could be foul play. The fact that you have a dead body is reason enough to potentially suspect perhaps there's foul play. And if anyone has information that could perhaps bring justice to the foul play that has happened to this woman,
right,
we would like to engage the community. But they don't say that. The Jackson Police Department first announced in a statement on Monday evening that cops, quote, located the body. You heard me right. Officers located the body of an unidentified black female at the 500 block of Road of Remembrance, a mostly black neighborhood. At 9:05 that night, neighbors in this urban community contacted the police after finding her body, though it is not clear how long the body had been there. Hines County Coroner Jeremiah Howard, who identified the body publicly, said earlier this week that the body would be transported to the Mississippi State Medical Examiner's office to perform an autopsy. That autopsy is to determine the cause and the manner of death. Put him up. That's Kenneth Stokes. Mr. Stokes is the councilman for Jackson's 3rd Ward. He's actually speaking out about the death. He says it is murder. I want you to take a good look at the elected official, because Councilman Stokes wrote a letter to the U.S. Attorney's Office. He bypassed his local police department. Quote, we are in dire need of the assistance of the U.S. Attorney's Office with the death of an unidentified female discovered hanging in the backyard of an abandoned house on the Road of Remembrance in Jackson, Mississippi. We especially are in need of the following details: by whom she was murdered, the motive for her murder, the confirmed name of the deceased, permanent address, as well as other pertinent information. We look forward to your response. End quote. Stokes said that even if there is no racial element to Ms. Fortune's death, Mississippi's history of lynching, and this is the point, the history of lynching alone must be considered. It's called context. Black woman whose body was found hanging from a tree behind a vacant Jackson, Mississippi home is 29-year-old
I thought he was going to say it a little faster than that again. I was going to let it play out again, but yeah, man, it's pretty much that serious, man. It just keeps happening, and then people want to gaslight folks talking about they playing victim. Well, stop doing it then. It's just that simple, right? I'm gonna go ahead and close this one out, but I'm gonna come right back with another one real quick because I got another story that I wanted to talk about. So all the new people, make sure you go ahead and subscribe and hit that like button, and make sure I got 4 words for you. Subscribe for the vibes, like for the spike in the algorithm, comment your vomit, share if you care about getting Black empowerment everywhere. Please do that on the platforms that we are on, Jones. And just to bring it all the way home, I got love, peace, blessings, and aloha. I'm out the Doha for Shoha. You already know.